Hey! Is this not why you were here?
Welcome back to the most underrated, underprivileged, undocumented podcast, the Hood Rats Podcast. All right, so in front of us, the guy that makes it all happen. Next to us, just Gio.
Just Gio.
Just Gio.
All
right, Michelle. And then the green-eyed monster over there, Mr. JD Gonzalez. And before I introduce our guest, I just want to say that I'm actually proud of this guest, just because it's been a long time coming. And honestly, what she's going to talk about is literally something that she's wanted to do or something that she's been wanting to do since she was a kid. Yep. So I just want to say that I'm very proud of this person. And also, one question before I introduce you to her, are we legally allowed to say, hey, you'll hear from my fucking lawyer now?
No, I haven't
Fuck.
passed the bar yet.
Fuck. All right, cool. So diagonally to us, my aunt, Lupe. Welcome to the show, Lupe.
Thanks for having me. Hey.
Long time coming. It took us a minute to get you here.
Yeah.
No, we were talking about it for a minute.
For a cool minute, bro.
Since like it all started, so we're like, hey, we should have Lupe.
And it was always between like, you tell her.
It was like, you tell her. And then we tried telling you, but your Instagram was...
Oh, yeah, you deactivated it.
I deactivated because I was sitting for the bar. And literally when I was getting to Ontario, the day before the bar is when you messaged me. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, why wouldn't I do it?
Yeah, it was like a lot of back and forth.
So yeah, fuck it, let's give it a shot. Let's go.
Fuck it. So let's fucking start from the top because as they kind of know, you're almost a lawyer?
Yeah, so I'm a lawyer. I'm not an attorney.
Okay.
All attorneys are lawyers. Not all lawyers are attorneys. So to be a lawyer, that means you have a legal degree from an accredited law school under the ABA. Mm-hmm. To be an attorney means you passed the bar, so you're able to give legal advice. A lawyer is more so I could kind of like interpret the law. I could discuss the law with you. I could point you where you should go. But I can't tell you this is what you should be doing for your exact issue. Okay. That is completely different. That I have to be licensed for. I just took the bar, so we'll find out in November if I'm an attorney. Otherwise, I have to take it again in February.
You pay every time that you take the bar?
Yeah, it's one band, $1,000 each time. It's $825, but if you use a credit card, it's like or a debit card, it's like a 0.25 something % increase, so it ends up being $1,000 flat. Yeah. How
many tries do you get? Unlimited?
Unlimited, but it's only available twice a year. So there's the February bar and then there's the July bar. So you can only take it twice a year.
Until your funds run out, huh?
Mm-hmm, basically. Yeah, no, I know people that have taken it like 3-4 times. I've known people that have taken it more than that. People have taken it a shit ton of times and then they just decide not to take it anymore.
How'd you feel this time? Good?
It's my first time. I feel okay. I had like a mental breakdown like 2 or 3 weeks before. I'm like, I should withdraw. I don't want to do it. I was like, I'm tired of studying 40 hours a week. And then I was working at the same time. So I was like, I'm fucking tired. Like, I can't do it. It's 14 different subjects that you can be tested on. Day 1 is all writing, 6 essays. Day 2 is 200 multiple choice. In total, it's 12 and a half hours of testing between 2 days. It's exhausting. And I'm like, 14 subjects, you have to just get a D to pass. So you need to get like a 65% in everything to pass. The California State Bar, but also California has the hardest bar to pass because it's very focused on state-specific laws, whereas other states focus on just like the overall broad like subjects. And this year's July bar was fucking hard. It was really hard. A lot of people said, like, I was looking at Reddit, and they were all saying, like, this is probably the hardest bar that they've provided because it was very California-based. I was just like, I don't know, girl. I think this is what it is. I was like, this comes to mind, but if it doesn't apply, I'm sorry.
Who checks the writing portion of it?
So they basically get, like, from my knowledge, it's, like, other attorneys that maybe are professors as well. Mm-hmm. And for the written portion, you may spend an hour writing it, but they only spend 5 minutes reviewing it, which is crazy. And then they'll be like, okay, this is your score. Yeah. So you spent 6.5 hours writing all of those essays. They only spend 5 minutes on each one.
So they don't thoroughly check it, or what?
Yes and no. So they just want to focus on whether you at least got some of the good issues that they care about, and then they weigh it from there. Like, oh, this is all right. It's not great, but you did all right.
Could you talk about the issue that you had to write upon, or no?
No. I don't think so. Not yet. I think it's a Chapter 6 issue or a Chapter 6 violation. I can't.
We don't even know what the fuck
Yeah.
chapter
Yeah.
1 is.
It's all numbers and letters.
Yeah.
That's why we dropped out.
Yeah, this is why we're in the middle of nowhere in downtown LA. Fucking-
Once they disclose it, like they end up releasing the actual like entire test. At least the written portion, they'll release it. So once it's released, you could technically talk about it, like I guess more vocally and stuff. But technically, you're not supposed to talk about it because it's a Chapter 6 violation.
Oh shit.
I just remember that because that's what the instructor kept saying. He's like, if you do this, it's a Chapter 6 violation. I was like, okay, bitch, like, let's start. Like, this is taking forever.
Fuck that.
What type of law do you plan on going in for your career?
Intellectual property. So that's IP law. Mostly patents, trademarks, licensing. I went into law school thinking I wanted to do like medical malpractice because I really like medical law. I was working at a personal injury law firm for 2 years where I was a supervisor at. And I really liked looking at medical records, so I wanted to do something medically related. And then I changed my mind, like, after my first semester. I went to, like, an IP, like, group meeting, and I was like, wait, I kind of want to do this. This is kind of cut. And so I started doing that. I got a certificate in specialization in intellectual property. So that means, like, most of my, like, elective courses just focused on IP law, from anything from trademarks to patents. I took a class on just writing patents because there's attorneys that do that they literally just write patents for companies. Or like they'll help them write it, give feedback so that it gets approved by the USPTO. So yeah, IP is what I really want to focus on, and I actually just received an offer letter today to work at an IP firm, so I'll be working on that starting next week. Actually.
Hell yeah.
Can we have you on retainer at the family discount price?
Yeah, just wait until November and I'll let you know.
Seriously? Because eventually we might need a lawyer on
Yeah,
retainer.
Loki. For everything that's being stated here and shit. All the
Yeah.
business aspect of it.
You know what? Them reduced prices. I don't think we can afford it.
Yeah.
But,
Quick question.
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
Like,
Go there, bro.
so is the bar a general test for a lawyer, and then do you take separate courses for a specific section they want to go to? Because you said medical, and then there's other ones. So
Yeah, so the bar is general just to be in any type of law. Your specialization comes after. So, obviously you may know what you want to do, but the bar is just general. Like, it's just gonna test you on like the basic stuff you need to know to be licensed in the state that you're taking the bar in. But then after that, some people will get like another degree or like a legal master's, an LLM. In like something more specific because they wanted to study it a little bit more, whereas others tend to just get a mentorship program. Like they start working at a firm that has to do with whatever they want to specialize in, and they grow with them. So, obviously sometimes they'll go to another firm with their practice, or they start their own private practice. So that's usually how it is. Yeah.
and that's your goal, start your own practice, your own private practice?
I don't know if I want to do my own private practice. It's a lot of money. And you also have to get like insurance as an attorney in case like there's any ethical violations or somebody tries to file a suit against you, because they could do that. But I don't think I want to do a private practice just because intellectual property is so niche. It's such a small circuit in like the legal world. And it's very tight knit. Everybody knows everybody. So I don't know if I would want to do my own private practice. I'd rather like grow with a firm, or like if somebody gives me the opportunity to grow with them, that for me is a little bit better. I don't think I want to do private stuff.
What's the biggest case in that specific niche of IP law?
I think IP is a lot of different things. Like you have entertainment law, that's also falls under that. Copyrights, royalties, licensing, all of that falls under that. So like in the music business, a lot of people really like having entertainment law lawyers specifically for like royalties and licensing. So you'll see that a lot, like when people sample another artist. I am focusing on like trademarks and patents.
Okay.
So that's what I prefer. So it's more so somebody either like infringing on the trademark rights of another company. Like for Nike, it's Just Do It. So let's say another company was trying to use Just Do It in a way of like relating it back to their own business, or like making fun of Nike without the permission to do so. You could sue for that. So it's like stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh, really? Do you know the can you explain to us how, Disney has the rights to like Winnie the Pooh, for example, for a certain amount of time, and then after that it's free use?
Yeah, so certain licensing, from what I know of, you have a limit and then you have to renew it. So if you don't renew whatever licensing you have on it, then it becomes like a free agent almost. But then there's other things that I believe, I may be wrong. I think for patents, when you patent something, you have it for the remaining of your living life, and then once you die, it's 20 years after. You still have rights to it. After those 20 years, you no longer have the rights to it for patents, from what I remember. But it depends. Every different type of intellectual property has a certain limit. It's a little bit different for each of them. For some of them, it's 20 years. For them, it's a little bit less. But that's usually how it works.
So why wouldn't Disney renew, like, for example, the Winnie the Pooh one? I'm not sure if you've seen the trailer to that one, like, knockoff Winnie the Pooh. It's like Winnie the Pooh, the actual character.
Yeah.
It's gory.
Yeah, because I think Winnie the Pooh didn't renew. It was like some bullshit like that that didn't renew. I guess the characters.
Yeah.
Same thing with the original Mickey Mouse character, right?
Really?
The original one. Yeah.
The Steamboat one.
Yeah, that one. So it was free to use.
Like, why wouldn't they continue like licensing it if it's something that's it's technically like it's always been a part of them.
Yeah. So it really does depend. So you'd be surprised how crazy you could miss it by, like, literally by a little bit. A lot of people don't keep track of like certain little things. So that's honestly what it tends to fall under. Like, I don't know if you guys know who John Waters is. He's like a director, movie director. He's also really funny. Okay, so have you ever seen the movie Hairspray?
Yeah.
Cry Baby?
Yeah.
Or
the musical,
like
right?
Pink Flamingos and stuff. He's the director behind those films. And he had a patent to. Do you guys remember the scratch and sniff?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember? I don't know if you guys remember this, but when the Rugrats movie came out, they had a scratch and sniff.
I don't.
Oh, with
that.
McDonald's. McDonald's had a scratch and sniff with Rugrats. So you're able to like scratch it, and it was a scent. Okay, so he actually patented that. So his patent was, I forgot what movie it was, but you scratch it and it was a fart. It smelled like a fart. So that was like his whole joke, and he talks about it in some of his like he has like a little like he had like a touring comedy show, and he talked about it, and they forgot to renew the patent, and he lost the rights to it because it was basically like an open agent. So their Rugrats went ahead and did that with McDonald's, and it was the same concept. Yeah, and he couldn't get paid for it. He like took it to court and everything, but they're like, hey, like you lost your rights because you didn't renew it.
I have a question. Is it like I know a lot of people do this, but I don't know if it's technically legal, because sometimes like some people would buy the name of, let's just say, like, for example, like us. I don't know if we should be saying this or not, but we're not copyrighted, right? But let's just say like for whatever reason, somebody that's really well with marketing is like, oh, these guys are gonna blow up eventually, and like we copyright basically their name, so like you'll buy it back. Is that technically legal?
Oh, I don't know. I've seen like,
because that happens with websites too.
Google.
Yeah, from what I remember in school, again, I would just take this with a grain of salt.
She said, "Don't take my word."
Yeah. From what I remember, like, technically you can't do that, and they could sue you back for it, for the rights of it. I've seen it in trademarks where like they'll basically say that have the exact same spelling of the like the website, but it's off by one to confuse people, or they'll like try and trademark something against you so that it's like you buy back, like with Instagram handles. I know that's a big thing. Like people try to make one so they could get bought back. But yeah, technically no. I think it just depends on like who had more so ownership to whatever it is first. Not necessarily the handle, but like to your name. Your name could be trademarked. Like I think like Kim Kardashian has like her name.
Yeah, like
trademarked.
John Cena too.
Yeah, like things like that are trademarked. So it really depends on that. Like what came first. Then it's be like, okay, this person.
So somebody can't just claim and just can't copyright your name off of you and try to get you to buy it back. None of that.
Well, I don't no. Obviously,
your own government.
No, I'm like like I said, I've seen a lot of cases like with issues like that in my trademarks courses, and I'm like, I don't remember them ever winning.
That's what happened with the Haktua girl.
Haktua?
Yeah.
Oh, they tried that.
Haktua is trademarked, and before she even did it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
like
shit.
I guess as soon as she did it and it went out, somebody trademarked it, so she couldn't do it.
Oh really?
Yeah, she
What
said it
happened?
on the pod with Steiny. She said it.
yeah.
I was listening to it today, and she just left it. She said she didn't really care.
Just didn't care.
Yeah.
I thought she got it back.
Nah.
Oh,
On the
never
pod,
mind.
she said nah. She didn't really mind.
Oh.
Yeah.
She
And
made
like
a career out of it anyway.
yeah. So that's why she
doesn't
doesn't
matter.
mind. She didn't give a fuck. But yeah, they trademarked her shit.
I think Google too. I don't know. They forgot or they let it expire the patent or whatever. But someone, I don't know, the individual bought the right to Google, and they sold it to Google for like a ton of money. So I'm not sure if that's real or I'm just making that up. But
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised that happens.
yeah, are you? So you have a boyfriend, right?
You
Do you
actually
make-
know him, bro.
I know him.
Yeah, he
played
was
with
a
him?
lifeguard.
You're the water polo guy, no?
No,
Or
bro.
swimmer?
Now water polo, he was a lifeguard.
A lifeguard. Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I don't know him, but I know people that know him.
Oh, so you
I
know
saw.
him.
I played soccer with him once. But do you make his life difficult being a lawyer?
Oh, shit.
Do you argue with him all the time?
I think I make his life difficult, but not because I went to law school.
Just 'cause you're Mexican?
It's just the Latina.
Yeah,
in her.
I know. I don't think I make his life difficult. I think he makes my life difficult. He's a nurse, and he's a professor. He's a clinical professor at a nursing school. So I don't see him that often. Well, right now we don't see each other that often because he's always working. I'm always working, or I was studying for the bar. But he would say I'd make his life difficult. It's totally fine. Not necessarily because I went to law school. It happened before. It happens after.
So you don't overanalyze like every little argument you guys
Oh,
have?
I overanalyze things simply because I'm me, not necessarily because I'm
Okay.
school. I'd be like, oh, why'd you talk to me like that? I didn't like the tone.
Yeah.
Why'd you say hey?
Like that? Oh, okay. But that's because that's who you are, not because
Yeah,
you
no,
went to law
yeah,
school.
that, yeah,
Okay.
has to do with that.
I want to go a little bit back. I know that you also did schooling in San Francisco. So what was it like living in San Francisco and the homeless people and the shit apps and all that?
Yeah, no, San Francisco was fun. I was young and turned while living there. I love San Francisco. Like I enjoy, like I said, like on the car ride here, I was like, I enjoyed living there in this age group. Had I been older, I would be like, oh fuck, I don't want to live here. Obviously, just like every city, it has its like
Tweakers.
yeah, like it basically has like its negatives for sure. Like obviously a lot of people don't like the Tenderloin, which is like completely understand.
What is that?
The Tenderloin is like a district in San Francisco. You could compare it to like Skid Row. Yeah, it's very much like that. Yeah, like I lived relatively close to the Tenderloin, like close enough, but not close to be like, oh, it's down the street for me. It was definitely like another 20-minute walk in a opposite direction. Luckily, I personally didn't have to deal with that a lot. I was telling them, like, I had a friend that lived, like, right where it started, and I was just like, girl, I don't want to come over. I was like, I don't want to get drunk at your apartment and then go out and then come back drunk. I was like, I don't know, it's not safe. But it's more so, like, I think it depends. Like, obviously, there's homeless people that, like, won't bother you, and then there's others that will bother you. And there's definitely a lot of people that would bother you for no reason. Like, you're minding your business, and they're, like, bothering you. I was telling them, I was like, one time my friends and I were taking a study break, and we went to, like, this, like, sandwich spot that's by our university, and this lady was, like, chased by a homeless person, and she like jumped through like the window because the window was open, like it would open up so you could literally jump through it. So she like jumped through the window, and I was just like, girl, like I was like, I don't know, like what do we do? Like nobody stepped up, obviously, because the other lady, she was like super strong, and she was like running after her, like gonna beat her ass. And I was like, you ran into like the smallest like sandwich shop, like you can't even run to the back. I was like, I would have ran to the hotel next door. But and then, like, after, like, that happened, one of my friends, my white friend, she was just like, I feel bad that we didn't do anything. What are we supposed to do? I was like, I'm not going to fight her. I was like, are you going to fight her? I was like, I'm not doing that shit.
You should have teamed up on her. Like, all you guys.
Oh, yeah. I was like, yeah, no, for sure. I was
She
like,
could have put you on her. You could have gone on her shoulders.
No.
You
No, I was like, what the fuck you want me to do? I was like, what are we going to do? Yeah, me and my fucking MacBook are going to hit her? Like, I'm not doing anything. Like, I'm, like, here, it's like, you mind your business. Like, you just mind your business. And that's what I always am like, if there's somebody that's acting up around me, I didn't see it and I don't hear you. My headphones are on. I don't see you. I don't hear it. I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Realistically, I'm 4'11". What do you want me to do?
Shit.
Like, what are we going to do? I was like, I know you don't fight. I was like, what do you want us to do? Like, I don't know. But, yeah, San Francisco is its own thing. And then just, like, yeah, like, just nightlife too. Like there's definitely been like instances that have been like crazy going out, like, but that's everywhere. I think when you mix alcohol with fucking people that have a big ego, there's gonna be like fights. There's gonna be shit like that. But obviously, it just is.
You've seen some crazy ass fights or what?
I don't think.
No?
Nah, nothing crazy because it was a lot of like young college kids like just turned 21 that went at SF stayed and they're like just fucking acting stupid. But that's about it. Nothing crazy. Me personally, nothing crazy.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Yeah,
It's all alleged. We went to a house party once near our house. It was your graduation party.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly,
This is
allegedly. Allegedly, you were there for like 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes, you were gone. Allegedly speaking, you were gone after 20 minutes. You were studying, or what were you doing?
Yeah, so I did an Irish goodbye, for sure. I literally told everybody. So
No,
really?
you did a junior H goodbye.
Yeah,
You didn't even
yeah.
say goodbye.
No, I didn't even. No, yeah. No, I think the allegations are a little bit true. You're stretching the truth for sure. But no, yeah, it was my graduation party. I drink vodka. I don't drink tequila. My cousins were there, and they were forcing these shots down my throat.
Allegedly?
Allegedly. No, for sure. And, you know, 6, 7 shots too many. I know I had some with you guys.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah. Like allegedly that was my 7th. Because then I still had beer before that. But yeah, I literally said, I'm going to go make myself throw up and go to bed because I'm not going to wake up hungover. And I didn't wake up hungover. So that's great. I was like, I don't know about everybody else, but I wasn't hungover. I slept great.
It was fun though. Since you weren't there, we can recap the night.
No.
It was very, very fun.
Oh, yeah, no, and like another insider scoop allegedly. So I injured my toe because of my heels, and obviously I had been drinking, so I didn't feel the pain. Like I lost all feeling in my toes. So my middle right toe got bruised, and it like bled from it, right? And everybody's like, it's gonna fall off. I'm like, no, it's not. Like,
My boyfriend's a nurse.
Yeah. No, yeah.
He got this.
He'll put it back. He'll put it back. Like he'll put my toenail back if it falls. It actually fell yesterday.
Oh, damn.
So I'm like toeless. I'm toenailless. I've been calling it my dead toe before that because it was just black, and I was going to work in chanclas, and it's just like a black toe. And I was like, okay, maybe I should paint it. And I was looking at it yesterday because I was like, oh, let me paint my toes before I go to work. And then I'm like, oh, the coat is slipping. Like the top coat is peeling off because it's like cheap ass, like no polish. I'm like, let me take it off. It was my toenail. Lo que se quedó was like the tip of the nail was still attached, but everything behind it fell off. And I like got like the little clippers, and I was like trimming the little end because I was like, no, it's gonna get stuck on the sock. So like, yeah,
It just fell off
toenailless.
completely.
Yeah, she's off. I took pictures. And then I was like rubbing it on my sister this morning. I was like, oh, that's how. I was like rubbing it on her, and she was like, you're disgusting.
That is disgusting.
I'll do it again.
You at that party, he was like the main he's the star of this show, but he was the star of that party because everybody.
Not you taking over.
No, I was getting kicked out at some point.
Yeah. Is he related to the big guy? Is she related to the big guy?
That's
What's his-
Who?
Sergio.
Oh, yeah, that's my cousin.
Sergio, the heavy drinker.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Sergio? How he ate shit?
Yes. I heard about everybody ate shit.
But because
Everybody fell. I was like, okay.
and I think he's fighting suit because it's uneven. So he tripped on your house at your house.
Yeah.
Because, you know, like from the sidewalk to your house,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
like a
it's
bit of a
uneven.
jump.
Yeah.
So he fell off of that.
Yeah. So
I know, he broke my mom's plans.
oh shit.
So who's suing who?
Him to your mom, the homeowner.
Is that what
But
we're working on right now?
yeah. So this is but
That's your next case.
he was Sergio was bullying him.
Oh my god. Why? Because
No,
you weren't
it's because
drinking?
every
He
time
wasn't
this
drinking.
fool didn't want to take a shot, I bring him up so he can make them, and then every time I didn't want to take a shot, he pull him up to make 'em.
But Sergio kept calling him gay.
Because I didn't want to take a shot. I was just too drunk. I didn't want to
This
throw a
was
lot
a
of
normal
Yeah.
hair. This was a normal hair.
Yeah.
Imagine now.
Yeah. Yeah. So he just since you weren't there and when
Yeah.
I
No, thanks
recapped
for
you.
filling me in.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know anything that happened after 11:30 p.m.
Who was the guy that was dancing?
Which one?
Oh,
Ugo?
Myra's
No,
boyfriend.
my boyfriend.
Oh,
Your sister's boyfriend?
skinny tall.
ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whose
together.
fault? Whose fault?
Myra said I can't talk about it.
Shout out Myra.
Yeah,
Shout out
you
Myra.
can talk to Myra about it.
Never mind. Never mind.
Yeah.
He's a cool dude.
But I know who the dancer is.
Never mind. We can change
Very,
this.
very talented.
We can change the subject. Yeah.
Jill was intrigued by him. He's like, what?
Oh, he was trying to join.
I'm like, I want to be ashamed like that. Next one.
You know what Jayoma law is?
What?
Jayoma law.
No mames, güey.
No.
Jayoma. He's keeping the streets unsafe because the cases he gets are like wild cases, and he gets them dismissed. Like pedophile cases, he gets them dismissed.
Oh my god.
He said that he would represent Hitler, defend Hitler if he had to. He would defend someone that killed his mom. So he's like, he says that everybody deserves a good defense attorney.
Oh.
What are your thoughts? Do you have like a line in the sand where like, okay, you
Oh
can?
yeah, you have to have ethics.
Yeah?
Me personally, I could never do like criminal defense.
Mm.
It's just not my cup of tea. I don't think I could be able to do it because
All that shit.
I would definitely be very biased. Like even like put me on a jury, I'm gonna be biased. I'm gonna be like, no, like you did it. Yeah, like no, yeah. I'm like no, they definitely did it, Your Honor. Put me in.
I'm a witness.
Yeah.
Stop
No.
wasting my time, Your Honor.
Yeah, no, I think I'm too biased to be in things like that. Obviously, everybody's different and entitled to their own opinion on certain things like that. And a lot of the times, it's not even, it's not that he didn't do it or she didn't do it. It's more so, I think they could get a lesser sentence because X, Y, Z. I don't know. I can't dabble with that. I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like, what's wrong with you? So no, I definitely have a line in certain things, and that's a line I can't cross. Me personally.
So Hitler's the line?
Oh no, yeah, for sure, yeah.
Hey, is it true that you could defend yourself in court? Like even if you're not?
Yeah. You just have to be like knowledgeable. You have to give consent to that. You have to waive your consent to like having an attorney, because I know a lot of I've seen it a lot with like criminal cases. It's a lot of the times the defendant wants to represent themselves, either because
He was there.
Yeah, and basically you just have to waive waive consent to it, and they'll give you like all the books and access that you need to like defend yourself. Like, okay, this is the law we're interpreting, this is what you're fighting against, these are the elements of that criminal act, and you have to fight whatever, like argue whatever it is you're arguing in defense to those elements or whatever. So yeah, you could represent yourself. I wouldn't do it unless I was like really smart, and you know what I mean, and could like, actually get a lesser sentence rather than that.
Or you had like a sentence of 30-40 years to study the whole book.
No, literally. Yeah, I don't know. I think that's crazy. But again, to each their own. Some people's ego is big enough. And I mean, sometimes you do get a really bad attorney through the state. You know what I mean? Obviously, to get a good criminal defense attorney, you have to pay a lot of money. So I get it. I would understand, like, okay, I'm smart enough to like read this and understand it, then I think I could do it. But like when sometimes people do it for ego. I've seen that a lot with like really bad criminal cases. And then they like start arguing with like the judge, and they start arguing all these other things. It's like you're getting away from the point.
Hey judge, you're fat as fuck.
Yeah, no, yeah, it gets really bad. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. I personally wouldn't recommend it. But again, to each their own, for sure.
Have you seen that meme? It's pretty funny. It's just a meme though. It's all like, my cousin decided to defend our case in court, and we knew we were in trouble when he said, "Hey, Your Majesty."
No, yeah, I've seen those. Or like there was one that was like, "Your Honor, you weren't even there." Like, I was like, that'd be me. No, that's why I can't be a litigator. I tell everybody, I'm like, I can't be a litigator. I'm not gonna fight. Like I don't think I'd be like good enough to stand in front of an entire jury and just in general and be able to do that. I'm like, I can't do it. Like, what if I start crying in the middle? I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, I can't do it. I can't. No. Some people could do it. Like, I have friends who are really good at doing it. Like, they've done like mock trial and stuff, and all their presentations are really great. I'm like, I can't do it, girl. I'm just doing it for the grade, and I'm done. But I never want to do it again.
I know somebody that who is like nearing their 30s, has never been a jury duty. Mm-hmm. And initially, this person postponed
Is it you?
it. No. So is this person going to prison for not going to jury duty?
I think you can get fined. I think imprisonment, it says it in the fine print. Like if you like ignore it or something, you could get fined.
So
And
that's for
then
the Alcatraz.
if it's not fined, then you could go to jail. It literally says it in writing. But literally, if you just show up, they'll like dismiss you. Like if they'll dismiss you if you for like literally any reason. I think when I went, it was 2 days. Because we started late when I went to jury duty. It was the one time I went to jury duty, and I've always postponed it ever since then. But the time I couldn't postpone it anymore, I went, and this was like 2019, I think. Yeah, 2019. Yeah. And I remember I had to call off work, and it was like the worst time to do it at, too. And I was like, I'm not getting paid to be here. Like, I'm losing money. Like, I have no PTO right now. Like, please let me go, Your Honor. They took me into, like, the little room with, like, both attorneys and then the judge. And they're like, you work at a law firm. Like, they're not paying for this. I'm like, no, they're not paying for this. They're not paying for anything. So, yeah. But I would read the fine print again, for sure, because it's on there on the summons. Okay. It literally says it that you can get fined.
I'll let them know. I'll let them know.
Yeah, for sure.
Your friend will let them know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let that person know that he should really be careful. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You been in jury duty?
I have, but I did the same thing as her.
You got dismissed?
Yeah.
Do you get summonses? No, huh? Summons?
Obviously, no.
No? How can you help us out with our friend? He has no paper. Allegedly has no papers.
Allegedly.
And how could we take the first step towards citizenship or just like a residency? But besides that, because
I don't know. I don't do it immigration law. Like,
she said general law, not that wetback shit.
No.
Can we copyright him and he becomes legally here?
No. I think that's called slavery, bro.
Fuck.
No, I don't know. I don't know anything about immigration law, if I'm being completely honest. I wouldn't even know where to point you. Ooh. I'm like, I don't know. If it was up to my mom, I'd be an immigration lawyer. And I'm like, girl, no. I'm like, that's so much.
You'd be getting papers for the whole family.
No, yeah, she'd be like, okay, for your tío Poncho first, and then start from there. I'm like, girl, I don't know, but I really wouldn't know.
Damn, I'm sorry, Jill.
The first moment your mom heard you was gonna be a lawyer, she made the list.
She was like, first fulana, then fulanito, and then your cousin, and then I was like, girl, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of Latinos who do become lawyers do go down their path, no?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, again, to each their own. I don't know. It's not that it's not something I would want to do. Maybe like personal cases, like if it was like, oh, like again, like my uncle, if I was helping him. Mm-hmm. It's not necessarily representation. It's more so like submitting the documents and getting all that done correctly. Because from what I know, like my mom is like for my uncle, she like goes to a notary who is the lady that does her taxes. She's also a notary, so that's who she has helping her fill out that like whatever applications and documents they have to fill out. So it's not even necessarily representation all the time. Representation sometimes comes in from what I've seen. Again, a lot of times if it's like somebody's been deported or is in like risk of being deported, or and maybe it's a criminal case with like the issue of immigration and stuff like that. So I really wouldn't be able to tell. Obviously, again, some attorneys are hired to help people get at least a residency, but again, I really wouldn't know the process. I don't know anything. Not a single thing. Yeah. Not a single thing. I mean, I could point you to somebody. My school had an immigration clinic. And it's pro bono. It's pro bono. I used to work for one of the clinics at my school. I did the environmental law and justice clinic. I didn't want to do environmental law, but I needed the credits. So I did the clinic because it was either that or mock trial, and I'm not talking in front of people. But I did that instead. And clinics at law school are basically like, it's like a school-funded law firm, like a private firm within the school, and they do a lot of like pro bono work. And it's like different stuff. Like we had the tax clinic, we had the immigration clinic, veterans, I believe, the veterans clinic, and then I worked at the environmental law and justice clinic. It was fun. It gave me a lot of hands-on experience. But yeah, sometimes you could go to schools. Every like law school has different ones, so you could always get like more so free work or cheaper work.
Third is you.
Pro bono means free, right?
Yeah, pro bono means free. Okay. Yeah, it's free. I think like most firms, like private firms, try to do at least one a year because it's a lot of money. It's a lot of money you're investing in, and then it's a lot of money you're not going to get back. So, but it depends. Like I know certain law firms, again, it's different, but like every attorney has to do at least one case a year.
For
But
free.
but it depends. Again, it always depends. Sometimes some people don't do it at all, but it really does depend.
And,
Yeah.
and talking about Latinos in law, what
Mhm.
does our representation look like now? More Latino, less Latino.
Oh yeah, no, definitely more. At least at my university in San Francisco, there was definitely mostly.
Latinas.
I would say definitely more people of color than non-people of color
Mhm.
that went there for sure. Like just in my friend group, we were all either like Latinos, African American, mixed, whatever. But yeah, definitely a lot of Latinos went to my school. And yeah,
More chicks than dudes or what?
I would say almost half and half.
Oh, for real?
Definitely almost half and half. I think, yeah, because I remember us counting it like first year, like our first semester. We were like, wait, how many? Because we
How
were,
many of us are
yeah,
here?
because it was a big. It starts off as a big class, and then people start dropping out. I think our 1L, we went in with like 150 people, or maybe a little bit more, like 180, and it was separated by sections. So you took classes with your section. So section 1 had like 50 people, section 2 had 50, and then section 3 had 50. And it was, yeah, for the most part, I would say it was almost half an hour. I would say like 55-45 almost. That's what it definitely looked like for sure.
Oh yeah.
So Latinos are going to school?
Oh yeah, for sure.
The only people that don't go to school right here.
Are Asians considered the minority in that?
Yeah.
55.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's mostly Asians.
Yeah, it really does depend. But yeah, definitely mostly people of color for sure.
So black, white, no, black, brown, yellow, like that.
African American, Latinos, and
Yellow.
Asian American, Pacific Islanders.
Oh, okay.
None of them come from the hood too. Or what?
Not definitely not all of them, because I definitely
Yeah.
had like Latino friends that went to law school that are like from the suburbs. Yeah, whereas it's like, oh, I'm from Watts. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, like they were like, where's that? Right next to Compton and South Central. So it really just depends. Yeah, definitely not everybody's the same. I know I had some. There was a girl. She was like, I think from Gardena or Hawthorne. She was up there. She was really nice, super sweet. But yeah, everybody's from different areas. Not a lot of people from LA for sure. Most people were from the Bay Area, 'cause it's a Bay Area school.
Oh, shit.
But there's some people like from San Francisco. I know some people that I think were from out of state or something.
Oh, shit.
But they were either in the part-time program or whatever. Like they were just like full-grown adults and stuff. But some people did come from out of state. There's this one girl, Senora, sorry. She's not, she came from Arkansas.
What the fuck?
Yeah, she moved like her whole family to Arkansas for law school, and I'm like, that's crazy. Like, study in Arkansas. Like, I'm like, it's cheaper.
Too.
Yeah. I'm like, that's crazy. I was like, I don't know if I would do that. Like just moving from SoCal to NorCal was fucking expensive. So I'm like, now imagine crossing straight lines with your entire family. It's like a teenage boy and under. Like she had 3 kids. I'm like, that's crazy.
No, it's a girl.
Huh?
No, it's a girl.
What? I don't get it. Transgenderism?
Yeah, San Francisco, motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Are there a lot of transgenders over there?
Like transgender.
You went to a
people
gay
in San
parade. How do
Francisco?
you not know?
What?
What?
He likes the gay parades. How does he not know?
The Pride Parade?
Yes, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
what's wrong with you?
My bad.
What?
You've been to a bunch of parades.
Yeah, but like, what? I don't get what. I
How
don't-
do you not know that's the capital of
San
Pride?
Francisco is?
Yeah, pretty much.
It's
Is
Los
it?
Angeles is the second.
No, it's
Yeah,
dominating
San
that.
Francisco definitely has a big LGBTQ plus like community for sure. Like the Castro is definitely there to go for that. Definitely frequented those bars and clubs a lot of night.
how do you get from from
It was a
Arkansas to
joke.
transgender?
It was a joke.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You frequented these LGBTQ plus bars?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm also bi. Well, not bi. I like women. Like,
Oh,
I
really?
wouldn't say I like men. I like my boyfriend.
He's the only one?
Yeah. I've only dated women before him.
He's your first boyfriend?
Yeah, he's my first boyfriend.
Really?
Yeah.
How long you been with this man?
6 years next week.
Oh.
Jesus Christ. 6 years next week?
Mhm.
How are you going to celebrate?
I don't know.
Well,
Oh,
in San
actually,
Francisco.
we have the Young Miko concert next week.
The what?
We're going to Young Miko.
Oh, the lesbian lady.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Spanish lady. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know who that
she's very talented.
What was that?
She's from Spain, a Spanish rapper.
She's not from Spain.
Like Miko?
Young Miko is Puerto Rican.
But she sings in Spanish, no?
Yeah. Oh, English and Spanish.
I'm pretty sure she's Spanish, no? She's Puerto Rican?
No, she's Puerto Rican.
Oh, you would know more because you're going to the concert. But she's very talented. I've heard a couple of her
I
songs.
love her.
Yeah, you find her attractive?
Obviously.
Yeah, me too, honestly.
I don't even know who the fuck she is. man.
Here,
I gotta see her picture.
I'll show you a
Yeah,
picture.
she's very attractive. She's
What
very
this was said, she got a lot of talent.
She is very talented. She's Puerto Rican and singer songwriter. Oh, but she's a rapper though, right? She
Yeah.
sings rap.
Yeah, it's like reggaeton rap.
Where's the concert gonna be at?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be at the
here?
Peacock Theater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know that.
the Microsoft. It used to be the
Used to be
Microsoft.
Yeah, it used to
thing?
be Microsoft. Yeah.
Right there next to the crypto, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it's a smaller venue.
So that's like your area of music. Do you like the wetback beaner stuff?
It really
This
depends.
motherfucker.
Because I mean, I feel like growing up, I definitely listened to a lot of rock. I used to
Yeah,
like be.
she would clown on me for corridos.
I used to like go to backyard shows a lot with my friends, and then I don't know, I like a lot of different things. Doesn't
Oh,
really
yeah?
matter. Yeah.
Oh shit!
Classical
She would
music
clown
too.
on me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would do classical music.
Oh.
That's more like my boyfriend. Like he really likes like Hans Zimmer. When we have tickets to go see Hans Zimmer in October, I got his tickets so we could go. But
What's
that's
that?
more on him.
It's like instrumental, like
Yeah,
he
he-
does a lot of instrumental.
Yeah, for like a lot of big movies like
Yeah.
Interstellar, like the Batman movies.
Superman too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think oh my god, like Inception in those movies. He does like the soundtracks for them. But yeah, he's a big fan of Interstellar, so we're gonna go.
And that
see.
guy's pretty big though.
Yeah,
it's-
he
it's
like does a lot of
well-known.
like
Yeah.
big world tours. Like it's really good.
I don't even know how the fuck he looks like.
Me
I
neither.
just know he's like his instrumentals. 'cause
Yeah, I just got the
they're from
tickets.
Fucking big movies. That's the only reason why I fucking know him.
Oh, like
think
on the
it's a
credits it
nurse
says, huh?
Yeah, but he's all what?
My bad. Do you think it's a nurse thing that they like classical music?
No, no, I don't think it's a nurse thing because he was listening to it way before
Oh,
he
never
got
mind.
into like nursing school. My boyfriend likes a lot of like. I always say we're on like completely different spectrums. Like he likes very like different things than I do. Like he'll listen. Like there'll be a song on a video game that he like really likes and that he's playing it in the car and I'm just like this. I'm like, I don't know. Like sometimes I'll like have a headphones on, like not to be mean. I mean, he does it sometimes too, but I'm like I'll have like one earbud on because I'm like I don't want to listen to this. I'm like we're gonna be in the car for 45 minutes and we're listening to instrumental music. I don't know. This is a long elevator ride. I was like I don't want to be here. And I tell him that all the time too. I was like, I'm like, can I cue a song? And it's like 7 back to back.
You're just like, it feels like I'm on hold right now.
Yeah, I'm just like, but you know, that's him. He has his likings. I have mine.
A few
Go
days
for it.
ago, a post came up. He actually was looking through the memories, and there's a memory where you tagged us that we were prank calling apparently, and we farted on this phone.
And you.
A shared fort.
You remember that?
You remember that? You remember
No?
that?
I
No,
don't
you remember
that?
Yeah.
When was this?
In your room.
When was this?
Wait, talking about your room. Do you remember when you kicked out Javi from your room?
Why?
I don't remember why. We used to do a lot. We used to always fight. Me and JD used to fight a lot growing up. I used to be like, go to your fucking house. I used to be like, my mom's not your tia.
Oh, that's fucked up.
They got
we're
versatile.
not blood related.
That's still
we
fucked
just
up.
grew up together. I'm like, she's not your tia.
August 5th, 2012. These fools are fucking gross. Alex farted on JD's phone and making a prank call.
Explain that. Explain. How'd you get to that?
I don't remember.
You remember?
I honestly don't. I remember being in her room fucking around like prank calling people and shit, but I don't remember him farting on my phone.
Did I get pika afterwards?
Nah. I don't remember that.
So you didn't claim JD as one of your own family members?
We're cousins.
That's a
Allegedly.
reason.
All of a sudden.
Allegedly we're cousins.
All of a sudden.
No, but like, yeah, like we were probably like until like, well, we were like 10, 11 and we started getting along.
Yeah,
But it took
definitely
us a
was.
while.
Yeah, it took us a while to get
Yeah,
along.
a lot of
Yeah.
team building.
Who hated who first?
She hated me first.
Yeah.
Why?
I never hated her. I just liked to mess with her.
We should just.
Cause I was annoying.
Cause yeah, he used to
Yeah.
always mess with me like, JD, get the fuck out of my face. Honestly,
Yeah.
get away from me. Yeah, we should just fight.
Oh, that's fucked. I'm sorry, JD.
It's okay. It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
He's over it.
Have you apologized since?
Nah, it's just kind of we just
no,
fuck
we're
it.
fine. We're
So there's
good.
still active beef,
Bump.
technically.
Yeah. No,
Nah.
we're cousins now.
Bro,
Yeah. Now we are.
Bro, it was funny one time because I don't know if you guys know this, but I actually went to school with her in middle school and high school. Even though like in high school we didn't really have similar classes, but in middle school we had this PE teacher. Shout out Ms. Machan, you know, and
Oh
you
my
know, and I don't know
God.
if she's watching. But it's funny though because she had told us, she had asked us one time, like, oh, you guys are related? She's like, yes. And she kind of looked at me and her, like, so how does that work? Basically saying, like, pinche prieto.
Yeah. No, yeah, I remember that. Because we used to always tell people we were related. We're like, yeah, we're related.
Yeah, because people would see us together and be like,
yeah, they're like,
what the
why are you
fuck?
guys always together?
Yeah.
That's my cousin.
Yeah.
I can't hang out with my cousin? Like, that's like, what the fuck?
And in high school, since
Yeah.
we ended up moving, like I said, like I come from like deep in South Central, right? So when we moved to Southgate, well, I mean, I fucking came to the school not fucking knowing anybody.
Yeah, because, dude, everybody from Southgate, they went, like, to pre-K together. Like, they've known each other, like, years. And they don't move. Like, they stay in Southgate after whatever it is they do. Like, they'll go to college maybe out of the city, and then they come back and live in Southgate. I don't know why, but they've all known each other. We're, like, us, like, coming in randomly to high school, and nobody fucking knows us, and everybody else, like, has known each other since pre-K, since, like, even before that. And I'm just like, oh, okay. They were, like, in Little Leagues at Southgate Park and shit.
Yeah, they all do the same shit.
Yeah, they all do the exact same stuff. Even now today, a lot of them obviously still hang out
in
now.
the same place, yeah.
I wouldn't say that was our friend group, because
Nah.
me personally, I don't really talk to anybody besides like my best friend and a few other people.
But who's
But
your
like
best friend?
Eduardo, I don't know if you guys ever met him.
No.
I've known him we've been friends since 10th grade, so we're going on almost like 13, 14 years of friendship now. He's like my best friend. He's the one that drove the U-Haul to San Francisco.
He had long hair, bro. It's kind of skinny, rockerish looking.
Yeah.
Dude. Sometimes would he wear glasses?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
right?
wears glasses.
Like
yeah,
square glasses, right?
Yeah, and that's my best friend.
I remember Stars. Remember Stars?
Oh, yeah, Jennifer, she was in my 15. Yeah. She's, like, married now, has kids.
Oh, shit.
She's in the military, though, no?
Yeah,
Or
she's in
she
the military.
was in the military.
I think she went back for, again, she got deployed, I think, again, because from what I remember, she re-registered because obviously she got pregnant, she had her son, she was taking care of her son, but then she wanted to re-enlist. And I think she did, again, pero she's pregnant again, or she just had a baby, so she's obviously not right now active duty. But yeah, she's military.
Yeah,
She's she was in Germany last time I knew, but I don't know if she's still in Germany.
Yeah, believe it or not, like those people from like that generation are like, well, besides these guys, that's kind of like the people I still hang out with. Because like from high school, I don't really talk to like, anybody. Because like you said, like their friend group kind of for the most part stayed the same, I would say. And I don't know, like it like every time that I would step into that school, it'd be kind of whack because it's like a lot of those people too. Like they were doing stuff that like without trying to like sound fucked up, but like the people in our middle school had already did. Like so like for example, like a lot of people that were barely starting to smoke weed do nas, and then like my fucking middle school people were already doing that and getting pregnant.
No, and then it like also felt in like I knew I was part of a group of friends, but I never felt like I was
part of it. Yeah,
part of it. It was just more like, oh, I'm part of it for right now, but I don't know about later. And that's always how it's been. Like, obviously, like a lot of the people that I did talk to when in high school, I don't talk to anymore. Yeah, like obviously most of my friend group was from like the person I was dating at the time. And after we broke up, like we kind of like I cut all ties with like that friend group. I do have like a few friends that like are still kind of close to from then, but it's not like, oh, like let's actually hang out. It's more like, oh, let's hang out. Never hits me up again. It's more like that. It's like it's like a drive-by. Hey,
remember when the DA came to talk to us in middle school?
The DA?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, because the chick that passed away.
Maria.
In middle school?
Yeah, the DA came to talk to us, and they had a whole presentation of like.
They did.
You remember?
Yeah. So Maria was my friend in middle school, and she like obviously people do whippets and stuff. You guys know what whippets are, right?
Yeah.
Like
The creamer thing, no?
Yeah. So she did whippets, and she like passed out. And she was without oxygen for too long, so she obviously passed away, and she was like a couple of days shy off her birthday, which is so that was Maria.
You went to LA Academy with Tim? That happened at LA Academy?
Yeah, that happened at LA Academy.
What
LA
school was
Academy
that?
for it to be like all fucking supposedly
An
like
academy?
shirt tucked in.
That's not an
Yeah.
academy.
Bro, that shit was
No.
a fucking ghetto
Yeah.
shit.
It was pretty bad school, and I think a lot of the like deans and like the principals were focusing on the wrong things. Cause believe it or not, I was insinuated a whore by one of the principals there, because obviously you had to have, if you're a girl, you had to have your shirt all the way buttoned up.
Yeah.
I like missed 2 buttons, and the top of my camisole that was way up here.
Your what?
What my camisole, like a tank,
Oh,
my tank top.
uh-huh.
It was showing, even though the fucking buttons like were way the fuck up here, and she was like, "You look like a whore." Like, like, how do you come like that? I'm like, I'm fucking 12. Like, what do you mean I'm a whore? I've always hated that lady. Like, if I go to the yearbook, I'll be like, it was her. Like, I hate her. Like, I wish nothing but bad things for her.
Damn.
Because that was so mean. Like, how are you gonna tell a 12-year-old you look like a whore because your shirt isn't buttoned up all the way? Sorry. Like, how the fuck am I a whore? I'm 12.
They wanted you to tuck in your shirt. Remember that?
No,
shit?
yeah, we had to tuck in our shirt. We couldn't wear shoelaces that weren't black or white. We had to wear only specific colors. Like, if it was, if we weren't wearing like a white shirt, it had to be like pastel colors only.
Like,
What
if you
else?
were ever in the streets, like, I don't know if it's happened to you, because remember, we used to go to, it was a track school. Did the police ever tell you anything? Like, for example, like, where, like, it was, like, random days. Like, for example, like, we would be off in, like, October.
Yeah.
And people would be like, what are you doing?
One time, okay, so it was, because we were B track, so we would start school for 2 months, and then we would get off
for 2
like
months,
2 months. Yeah, and we wouldn't go back till January.
Yeah.
And I remember I was at the house with my brother who wasn't in school anymore, and he was like hanging out with his friends, but they were bumping music really loud. And obviously I live in front of an elementary school, and the elementary school called like the cops on like the music because it was during school hours, and the cops come like knocking. They're like, "Hey, you guys just like need to lower it," and they're like, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "I'm on vacation. Like, my school is tracked and we're off right now. Don't ask me. Like, that's the school's problem." I was like, "I'm on vacation. Like, I'll be back in 2 months. Just give me some time." But I was just like, I remember that. But yeah, that has happened to me before for sure.
That's nice. Yeah, it's 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock.
How do you feel? How do you feel about this presentation of our lives?
Even though it's called the Hood Rats Podcast, is it
Oh.
professional?
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get professionally soon.
Like I said, I'm not an attorney, so none of that I said is legal advice.
It's all alleged.
All
Yeah.
alleged. All alleged.
Not even alleged. I could point you where to go. I can't tell you what to do.
Not yet, right? Not yet.
Definitely not yet.
All right. In November, we'll have you back
November,
on. And
Maybe in November, we'll see.
we'll have you back on in November and give
We'll
us
have
advice.
proper
on how to fix
counseling.
it.
Would you be down to come back?
Yeah, I'm home. Like after work, I'm home.
How was it though? You had fun? You didn't have fun? You regret doing it?
No, definitely no regrets here. I mean, it's fun. Like,
Okay.
I like to talk, so.
Were you nervous beforehand?
No, they're my cousins. Why would I be nervous?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, I do this for free. Like, I do this for free at work. I do it for free with my mom. She doesn't always pay attention, but I do it.
Sick.
She's over there knitting, not paying attention.
Yeah. She'll be like cosiendo, and I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Mom, my toe fell off," and she'd be like, "I don't care."
Yeah.
Okay. How do you guys feel? It was good?
Yeah, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
on. And like I said, and I meant it at the beginning of the podcast, I'm proud of you. I'm glad that you finally got to make it because I know, like I said, like I was really close to you, well, more closer to you as a kid. And I've always understood that this was something that you wanted to do. You don't know exactly what type of lawyer, but I'm glad that you finally made it. You know, things come to reality. JD?
Yep. We're proud of you. Thank you for coming. We've been wanting you for a while already.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we said at the beginning, but yeah, we're all proud of you. So, good
Thank
shit.
you.
Keep it up.
Yeah.
Oh, I learned a lot, at least about law.
All right. Sick. All right. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you.